Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. We have to interview Miss Cammy Meal. She's suddenly sounding mighty suspicious. So, let's get to it. Oh, and Rhoda's here. I guess they brought Rhoda along. An hour later. 12 hours from now, Miles will be solving a murder in his office.
Goes home, naps, goes to the office.
Miles!
And proceeds to be like, I will nap on my couch once all this is cleared up.
Miles. I'll nap on my couch. Somewhere Emma Sky's head just perks up.
Somewhere
overseas. Emma Sky just looks up like, oh, I miss her Edgeworth senses. Her crush is so fucking cute.
Even though now she realizes that Nick has a big old gay crush on her, or on him. Look,
yes.
I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
No. Well, I
Night.
Ms. Meal. Ms. Meal.
Huh?
You sound like I actually woke your ass up. Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhongfa?
Huh?
You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible, because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhongfa.
Oh?
Miss Cammy Meal.
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did.
No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal.
But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way to resolve this contradiction.
Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth?
Look at those dead eyes. Christ.
Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all on my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Ms. Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Is this how right feels?
All the time.
What? No, I'm just going to focus. Focus.
Hold it!
Ms. Meal, wake up!
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant.
Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? That's a really good point.
Hold it!
I think she liked the whip, that's why.
That's true. If I remember correctly, food was being served in the first class and the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff that runs by Miss Rhoda.
Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
Eating, and then having the most delicious dream.
Okay, Cammy, TMI. You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping is part of our job too, you know?
Hold it!
Ms. Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up!
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Ouch! What did you whip me for, sir?
Oh, what did I miss?
Oh, gumshoe, he does make a good alarm clock, I suppose.
Did I hear a whip?
A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. So yes, you did hear a whip.
Oh, damn.
You don't want to be hit by that, trust me.
She does.
I'm just going to continue.
Really? Sorry about that.
You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Hold it!
It's just dying in the background. So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi.
Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. Ms. Meal, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. It's the suitcase receipt. Because Rhoda bought the suitcase at 5:40.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Ms. Meal.
Huh? A receipt? For what?
It's for the suitcase Ms. Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Ms. Tenero.
Yes. Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you would have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness, so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Ms. Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct?
Yes, I went to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off.
And did you see Ms. Meal there at the time?
No.
So, Ms. Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Oh, don't you dare. Ms. Cammy Meal!
Huh? The bathroom?
I'll be the one to ask the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. I cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance to hear me out?
Those fucking soulless eyes, dude. I do like Cammy, but oh my god, those soulless eyes.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenera out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, I get it. You're not gay, you're bi, and you have your eyes set on Miss Rhoda.
What? Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape now, can I?
Never mind.
Definitely gay.
You're definitely gay. Sorry, Rhoda. I tried. Never mind. You want to know something? Miss Rhoda's actually kind of like...
I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
He's too asexual for this bullshit. Sorry, Miss Rhoda.
Francis is in the background, head in her hands.
Yeah. She's like, my brother is so gay.
We are still not ready for this conversation.
Now's not the time for this sort of talk. What is it with every woman around me insisting on my sexuality? I'm rather tired of it.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
But you say I wasn't an attendant. No, but say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
Hold it!
She is already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten?
Oh. Yeah, I guess I forgot.
Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too.
Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it.
I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me? Killer?
Ms. Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
And the captain.
Ugh.
Aw, but I spent so much time there, it might as well be my responsibility.
Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy's very talented in languages.
I'm sure she is.
So she assists passengers who may not speak English.
Well, she had to get the job somehow.
Especially those who speak Borginian. She is one of the, she's the only one on this flight who is fluent.
Oh, you mean that kind of what I'm in charge of?
What else would I have been asking about?
I don't know.
Lord help me.
Why did you say so in the first place?
I mean, Miles already covered that. I'm just vibing with him.
Yeah. So I'm really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian.
Yeah. I take care of anything that has to do with Borginia.
She's in charge of morale.
Yeah. Go team.
Very interesting.
Hold it!
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
One, engaging in sexual misconduct with the pilot.
It's not misconduct.
You're on the job.
Yeah, and he's in the cockpit and I'm not.
Breathe, Miles. While Ms. Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands that you misuse, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist with this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer.
Why did you have to bring him up? Cammy, like, I got your cockpit right here, big boy.
Pretty much.
I love Cammy.
I brought him up because you are acting like him.
I am not acting like him. That is a low blow, Francisca, and you know it.
Are, though.
I am not.
You kinda are, though.
I excuse you. I am not. Right?
Yes, we are talking about him, Miles Edgeworth.
No, Francisca, hold on one moment. Psycho locks.
Psyche locks.
Are you really listening into this?
Maybe.
What is going on? No, right, don't just go quiet on me here. What is going on?
I can't give you the answers to this shit. I don't know.
I'm not
I was
asking
here
about...
half the time.
I'm not asking about my current predicament. I'm asking why I'm hearing you in my head.
Detective Gumshoe. Handcuff him and take him away.
What?
He is clearly not sane.
No, it's okay. Mr. Edgeworth's probably just really tired from the flight.
It's better be that.
Just really, really tired.
If not, I will whip him in about 2 seconds. Should he speak to right again when no one is here?
What? I'm not... You're going crazy, Francisca. I'm not speaking to anyone. I do not honestly believe Miss Meal has any actual work aboard this flight, is what I was saying.
I was gonna say, that sound effect also works pretty perfect.
Is he quite sane? No.
Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth.
Duh.
Although, well... all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff?
I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian.
Cammy
only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ms. Meal, I take it then that it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork.
Yeah. See? I totally pull my weight around here.
So it would appear. Oh, we were so close from a Pirates of the Caribbean quote. We were one word off. So it would seem. Damn it. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work. And, Ms. Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus.
There you go, pushing everything onto her again.
I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh?
Alright, Capcom actually kind of called the fact that we were going to use sus around the year 2020. What the fuck? Like, it would come into the mainstream conscious more in 2020 is what I mean. People have been using it forever. But... what the fuck, Capcom?
They'd be good at their jobs.
They had such high hopes for us with the phones.
They had such high hopes for us.
The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. And mine, apparently. Where's that Alif Red? Because that's a fake.
Objection!
So, you are the only one on this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Huh? Yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it?
Huh?
This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred. Oh, for God's sake. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that the only one who would have signed on, I was the only one that would have signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegations of a smuggling shtick. There's no direct correlation after all.
Can I just pause and say Capcom absolutely knew what they were doing with this animation? Like, come on! I'm not thinking pipes. Not that kind of pipe.
She's very precise with her blowing.
I'm 5.
All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check in if the cargo had been loaded on the plane properly.
My God, she can use words of more than 2 syllables.
So sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose, and that is just a suspicion.
Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't just throw the charge of murder on me like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have had strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close it in, he's killed by a member of that ring.
Well, didn't you stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on the plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
I love the little noise the bubbles make. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenera who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will now prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Ms. Tenero from the very beginning.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? I love that sprite. She looks like a straight-up mobster. Like, it's really awesome. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Ms. Tenero for the murder. Ms. Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. Put your tits back in, Popeye. Cammy used bubble bees.
Very effective.
I love the little bubble dices, they're so cute. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame somebody that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. That would be where the murder took place. Because it took place in a place where only the attendants could be.
Yeah.
The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane in mid-flight. And no matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Ms. Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Ms. Tenero or myself, but you, Ms. Cammy Meal. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
And? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again.
Please don't.
Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
I can see that I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
But that's because it went missing. And still is.
Missing? What do you mean by that?
In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me.
That's right.
But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
You mean the killer took the phone with them?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from a height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do.
Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir! I hear it, Detective. Now, where's it coming from? The call was coming from inside the room! We've determined that the real crime scene is here. All that's left is to catch the killer. Miles. Miles. No! Oh, okay. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. I'm gonna guess somewhere we couldn't check before. The ringing is coming from somewhere around here. But it's not here, sir. Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone? The ringing's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Ms. Tenero's. What?
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Ms. Tenero's locker.
What? What? Rhoda Tenero.
I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Objection!
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Ms. Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the keycard, all right. In the same way that you have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is one bird we cannot ignore.
What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. Aw, I had a phone like this, actually. If it
So
flips,
did I.
if it flips open to have a keypad inside, maybe. This must be the switch that opens the phone. Yep, I had a phone exactly like this in college, while I was playing this game, actually.
Nice. I had a phone like this too, except instead of flipping open, it slid up.
Oh, those were so smart. Yeah, I love those. I liked my friend's, mine had a keypad that slid open from the bottom. Yeah, I know those kind too. Those were fun phones. They were all fun. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. When did they start putting keyboards like these into cell phone? Oh, Miles, honey.
When did they start putting keyboards onto the cell phones like these again? There you go, I fixed
Yeah,
it.
thank you. When did they bring these back? Hey, this is one of those retro phones that they started selling recently. Retro phones? Yeah, it's got a computer in it and a cell phone. Neat, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? All you really need in the phone is the phone part, nothing more. I don't quite understand smartphones, but they are a good necessity, I suppose. My calendar helps quite a bit. And being able to check my email. I'm guessing yours can't even send out email. Talk about inconvenient. I just said that it could. And do you have a problem with what I do and do not care for, Detective?
And playing Scrabble.
And play Scrabble. No, sir. No, as they say, simple is best. If your phone can't send out email. Detective, I have a smartphone.
And going on Facebook.
And MySpace.
MySpace.
Tom never would have abandoned us.
I mean, to be fair, Tom technically did abandon us because he sold the site in like
sold-
2006.
Yeah. Well, but we had abandoned him by then.
Yeah, started to.
Yeah, no, we were leaving Tom, and he left.
Tom gave us everything, and we forsook him.
Geocities.angelfire.myweb.
Yes.
Bless.
We're all ancient in this street.
Back in my day, you young whippersnappers.
Oh God.
You give me a chance to bring out Old Bag, I'm gonna bring out Old Bag. Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, it can still take pictures, yes? These quote-unquote retro phones are rather lost on me. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this basic kind of stuff, sir.
This looks like a very similar to my model of my work phone. And mine takes pictures just fine.
If it's a work phone, wouldn't it be a smartphone? Wouldn't that be more prudent?
While normally you would be correct, this is more, I don't know how to put it in English, confusing for people who do not know about these older phones, making it harder to access the information within.
A backhanded compliment, I see. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures such as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler.
Fun fact, I knew exactly what Francisco wanted to say, but I forgot the English words for it.
Really?
Yes, I was like, I know what I want to say, I don't know how to say it. Fuck it, let's just explain it in a really roundabout way. Because English is lost on me in this second.
Your mind does think in like 3 or 4 languages at once.
Yeah, it does.
They get garbled. But the phone's all busted up, sir.
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screen on the inside and outside are both broken. That's for sure. But that alone is reason enough to believe the killer wasn't able to erase all the data. What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with older style electronics. The phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screen are broken.
Yes, you're not going to paint me out to be the murderer again, are you?
I was not going in that direction, Miles Edgeworth.
Well... seemed like you were gearing up for it.
It seems possible that the photos are still inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone, if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, display is on.
This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Enhance! Hey, the alley friend's nowhere in this pic, sir.
But this has no meaning to as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Happy little gay boys blinking at each other. I'm sorry, that was such a cute sentence. I had to read it. Ouch, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Wait a moment. Boxes of bed sheets. These are still in the cargo hold. Nothing unusual about them in particular, but I can't shake the feeling.
You're just playing around. Mind if I go home?
Yes, I mind. I need to focus on what's different now from back then. What's all this? Oh, they are cargo shipped from Borginia to Zhongfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhongfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says... Borginian. It is cloth in English. Cloth. Could it be? Is this where the killer... What? What is that? What is for that scare? What for is that scary face? Fuck. Ms. Meal.
Yes.
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
Huh.
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Ha. Maybe you shouldn't force your mistakes. Your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer.
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhongfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Ms. Cammy Meal.
Ha, that's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
Take that!
Hey, it says bedsheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely. And bedsheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bedsheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhongfa?
That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy Meal. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhongfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So, what do you say, Ms. Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find from our investigation in Zhongfa?
No! He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking it down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder of all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you so very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want to.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it'll serve you well.
Look at her happy little smile.
I know.
Rhoda's so cute.
And remember, we here at iFly Airlines are always ready to serve Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. And never book a flight with this place again.
Now, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go.
And this is why Miles never flies iFly again.
Yeah.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, was it fun. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? And she... Really? She tried to get me arrested. Francisca? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding a case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. Hope Springs Airport. That's cute. It should be LAX, but you know. Just saying. All three of his biggest fears. Yeah, I know, right? Also, nice throwback investigations. I never reserved a car. Gumshoe. I never reserved the car. Francisca.
I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time, however tempted I am. However, it has been a while since we last met. A week or so.
I also have no such time for such familial reminiscence. Just who do you think I am?
You are Francisca von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing pirouette living her life on the name of fame of her invisible father built.
True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group that I am on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we follow this time is only one sliver of a bigger picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
You have been shot.
I did just fine. I was heading towards that courthouse, but you were the one who dragged me away.
Yes, because you were shot in the shoulder by an assassin.
You even ignored me when I demanded to go to the courthouse.
Yes, especially then, because you were shot in the shoulder by a professional assassin.
I was fine.
Shelly the Killer, Francisca.
I was fine.
You were not. I was intended to take your place that day, otherwise you would have been dead.
I was fine. Pain is only weakness leaving the body.
I suppose you can.
Plus, there is another agent on the case with me.
Oh, another agent.
He is a star among Interpol agents, and has the highest success arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miss Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon. And when I am, you can be sure that I will pay you back in full.
Hi, Queen.
It's her way of saying I love you.
Yeah, I know. She's just like, love you, baby brother. Don't get up to stupid shit while I'm gone. With 17 whips. She comes out like a fucking windmill. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness, I can finally rest easy now and I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Ugh, just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? I had just raised it so he would stop going to that atrocious restaurant. Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first.
Especially after your car crash.
Yeah. Yeah, he did crash the car in JFA. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling ring she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident.
Nah, safety third.
Edgeworth speaking. Who the fuck is this? Okay, I looked it up. It me. Oh, shit. I had an idea for this voice, and then it just flew out the fucking window. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't— Oh my god, that's right, there were 2 cases that happened before Miles went to the precinct. Or not the precinct, the prosecutor's office. I completely forgot that the 3rd case took place before the first one, too. Oh my god, Miles.
He's having a day.
He's having a fucking day. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. The end.
So much for his nap.
Miles needs 4 shots of vodka. Miles needs more than that. Oh, who dat?
I don't know who dat.
Who dat? It's the guy that almost swept. It's the Zac Efron energy.
It's the furry.
It's the furry. We're gonna save.
Stated for the record, I don't think he's actually a furry. It's
No,
just funny.
no,
As hell.
He's not a fur.
One, motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, so after pausing the recording and chatting for a little bit, the 3 voice actors, myself included, have decided to start the next case afresh. I'm also next time, I'm also just really excited to get to my favorite assistant, my princess! My princess! My fave. She's only now becoming more popular. She was not popular for a very, very, very long time. And I was a very sad Danny. I was like, my favorite's this one. And they're like, who? And I'm like, I'm gonna go sit in the corner. So, we will pick up with episode 3 next time. We're already getting to the halfway point of the game, but the cases get longer from here because we get a new gimmick.
Yeah.
My favorite gimmick. Those people can physically fight me. I mean, same. We'll beat people up. Ugh. But yeah, we're gonna call it here. I'm not even gonna hit okay, because I think it's just gonna go straight into the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry about the shorter episode. We thought Cammy was gonna be a little bit we thought it was gonna take a little bit more to bring her down. It was not. It did not. And yeah, we will see you guys next time. Our 3rd voice actor is potentially coming in next time. Potentially. Depending on how long it takes the beginning to do. It might take a lot quicker, who knows. So, this has been Danny.
And Katie.
And we will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Take it easy.